All right, mathematicians, can I get your eyes up here, please? Today, we're going to do a couple of math activities that are going to be around the idea of the multiples of 4. So we're going to be thinking about how we can find patterns that help us when we're working with multiples of 4. So we're going to do a choral count today that starts with 4, and we're going to count by 4s. So can you give me a thumb at your chest when you know what's going to come next? Okay, and we're going to count until I say stop. Ready, begin.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 76, 80, 84, 88.
Stop. I'm going to have you stop there. Can you look at our count of multiples of 4 and see if you find any patterns in there? Can you guys turn and talk with your partner and share the patterns that you see?
I noticed that tens place, on the plate, it's going 77888.
So Elias, do you notice a pattern that's happening in the tens place? What's the pattern that's happening in the tens place?
In tens place. So like do the 10 2 times, then 3 times, then 2 again, and 3 again. So like 1 1 2 2 2 3 3. So like 2 3 2 3.
Why do you think that's happening?
And another thing I noticed is in the one
I'm gonna turn my phone.
I think that's because we're doing a count by 4s, and so maybe since like when it goes across, it's jumping by 40, but when it goes down, it's jumping by 4.
I agree with you. I see what you're thinking. Anyone have a pattern that they noticed that they would like to share? Abdi, what did you and your partner talk about?
Me and Franklin talked about it jumps 40 every time from 4 to 44 because we're counting by 4s and 4 times equals 40.
So, Muna, can you tell me what Abdi just said?
He said that. Could you please repeat it?
Okay. Me and Franklin talked about it jumps 40 every time because 4 to 44 is jumping 40 because we're counting by 4s and 4 times equals 40.
He said that it's each row is jumping 40 because we're counting by 4s, and each row has 10.
10 multiples in it? Okay. I saw a couple of connection signs. If you and your partner talked about that, could you say that's me?
That's
That's me. So how, if we're jumping columns by 40, Isaiah, is that right? So you guys talked about how it's jumping 40? And I had Muna repeat what Abdi said. Could someone say why that's happening again in their own words? Layla?
4 times 10 equals 40, and it's you circle, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then over again.
Okay. So I was going to ask that question next. So she got the 4 because we're counting by 4s, and she got the 10 because there's 10 numbers in each column. So if I have 10 numbers in this column, how would I write that equation? I'm asking for something pretty nitpicky right now. I'm not sure 4 groups of 10 would work for this. Elias, what should that one be?
10 groups of 4.
Yeah, we have 10 groups of 4, which equals 40, right? You guys agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen here too?
Yeah.
44 to 84 gives me another jump of 40.
So that column only has 2.
But we only did 2 in that column, right?
Let me finish it.
What other patterns did you see? Rain, what did you and your partner talk about?
What me and my partner talked about was that it goes so in the one place.
In the ones place? Okay.
Yeah, starting with 4, and then you go to 8, 2, 6. So you go 4, 1, 1. You start at 8, and then you say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's another 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, if you started at 8 and you counted 4 numbers on, you get a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Abdi?
I agree with Rain. Rain, I have something to add. And also in the ones place, it's plus and 4 each time. Because 4 to 8, it's plus and 4. 8 to 12, it's plus and 4. 2 to 6, it's plus and 4.
You said 2 things there that I just want to be very clear about. Because you said in the ones place it's plusing 4. If I just look at the ones place though, 8 plus 4 doesn't give me 2. So what happens there that makes that possible? And you said it correctly, but I just want to talk about that. Emma, what happens? I'm sorry. Did you have a thumb? What happens there that makes this go from 8 to 2?
Can you come back to me?
I sure can. Zachary, what's happening there that goes from the 8 to the 2?
Because in the ones place in 12, it's 2, and in the ones place of 16 is 6.
What happens in the, you guys were talking about the tens column. What happens in the tens column?
There's a 5 and 10 column, so like it would go 2 10s, then 3 10s, and sometimes so like 1 1, then 2 2 2. 2 would be 3 times, and 1 would be 2 times.
Okay, so we pick up, and Abdi, you said this before, but we pick up a tens, right? Our tens changes as we move. And what Zachary noticed in Elias, the tens has a pattern of the same number, the same digit repeats twice, the same digit repeats 3 times, 2 times, and then 3 times.
Or the
Go ahead.
the evens repeat itself 3 times. The odds repeat itself 2 times.
Interesting. So the digits that are odd, in the tens place though, right? The digits that are odd in the tens place repeat twice, and the digits that are even repeat 3 times. Interesting. So using one of the, something to add, Zachary?
Yeah, in the ones place, it's not really one pattern, it's actually 2 patterns repeating, essentially 2 patterns repeating 2 times.
Can you talk a little bit more about that, please?
Because it goes 4 8 2 6 0, then it repeats again 4 8 2 6 0. So it's actually just it's not one pattern, it's 2.
So can we just see if that pattern keeps repeating itself? Let's check that. So 4, can you guys say it with me? 4 8 2 6 0. 4 8 2 6 0. 4 8 2 6 0. 4 8 2 6 0. 4 8. Give me a thumb. What do you think the ones place would be here? Mustafa?
2 9.
4 8 2. Does anyone agree with that? A couple of connections with that. Javon, you had a pattern you noticed?
Yeah. I noticed that it goes the first tens place, it goes 2 times, then the second it goes 3 times, and then it does it again, and it goes 1 time, 2 times, it goes 1 1 2 2 2 3 3 4 4 4 5 5 6 6 6.
So you had a connection with Zachary's. You noticed the digit in the tens place and how that pattern works? So could you guys use one of those patterns that we've been talking about to tell me what number would come into this box? Can you guys talk with your partner about not just which one you think comes in, but why you think that happens?
I think it's 112.
So you guys revise your thinking on that one? Congratulations. 72, 82, 90. Okay. Come back to me, please. 3. Can you guys tell me what did you and your partner talk about?
112.
112. Isaiah, did you have a connection to 112? Can you tell me why you thought so?
Because we're jumping by 40s, and if you add 40 to 72, then we have 112.
Okay. Anyone else solve it a different way? Muna?
I counted up from 88. I went 88, 92, 96, 100, 400, 812.
112. A couple of people did that. So we had different patterns that were working for us. Layla, what pattern did you use to help?
I used the 48260 pattern,
Okay.
and that when I did the 48260 pattern, that got me to 112 because it's just plussing 4.
I agree with you. I completely understand how you solved that. Farah, what did you do?
I got 112 because I knew because it was going 2-2 like this, and then I knew that the ones place was gonna be a 2, and then I counted from 70 because I was from 70, and then I counted 40 because it was jumping 40, and then I did 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, and then so I knew the 2, so I put them together.
I see
then I got
just
100.
how you did that, Farah. That was an interesting strategy. Does anyone want to defend a number other than 102? I'm sorry. You should.
12.
You should want to defend a number. Anyone want to defend anything other than 102?
12.
Oh, right. Do you guys want to, anyone want to defend anything other than 112?
No.
112 works for us?
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question for you I want you to think about. If we continued our count, would we land on the number 121? Can you give me a thumb at your chest? If we continued our count, would we land on the number 121? How about, anyone want to defend yes, we would land on 121? Anyone want to defend no way, Jose? Who haven't I heard from? Anna, do you want to tell me why you think we wouldn't land on 121?
We wouldn't land on 121 because the ones pattern, it doesn't have a 1, so just keep repeating the same thing.
Oh, okay. Muna, can you tell me what Anna said?
Anna said that she respectfully disagrees because it goes in the pattern of 048260, and there's no 21 in there. It was just.
Okay. Abby, something to add?
I agree with Anna, and I have something to add. 121 wouldn't be there because in the ones place there is no odd number.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Franklin?
I noticed something. In the middle of the number line.
Yeah, the middle column.
Yeah, like in the middle of the 2 columns. I noticed that it's in the middle of 2 and 6. It's counting by 4. 40.
Oh, do you mean right here, honey, or do you mean right here?
Like with the 2, the 3.
The 2 to here. So is it counting by 4 or is it counting by 4
In the
tenths?
middle of 6 and 2, it has 4.
I agree.
So it's climbing by 40 in the middle of.
40. You're exactly right. And that pattern happens not. Thank you, Franklin. You're exactly right. That pattern not happens here. It happens at every row, right, of the jump of 40. Okay. We're gonna switch our math thinking for a second. Before we do that, can you guys give yourself a big oh yeah? Oh yeah! All right. So I'm gonna kind of switch your math thinking for a second.